What's up, everybody? We are in the kitchen and we are going to be making chicken. Now I know what you're thinking, chicken again. And you know what? I gotta say, yeah, chicken again. Why do we eat chicken breast so much? Because it is a great source of protein and it's low in fat and yada yada yada. Yeah, it's dry, I know. But I'm gonna have a recipe for you that tastes pretty damn good. It's kind of like an Indian flavor. It's fairly good for any kind of weight loss. Also, if you want to weight gain, obviously, because there's a lot of protein in it. Not quite contest friendly, but still good enough to get you rocking on the beach. Of course, you could always modify a couple things to make it a little better to fit whatever game you're into. But let's just get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is chop your chicken up. I'm going to be cutting them into about medium-sized cubes. This is just going to help get the flavor even everywhere and make it much faster to cook. Also, when it comes to packing it the next day, also makes that a little easier rather than having to chop your chicken to kind of match the size you want all the time. If you don't like touching chicken when it's raw, you know, kind of got to get over that. This is part of the process of like cooking and preparing your food. It's kind of like you want to get lean, you want to get your abs, you want to get shredded, but you don't want to do cardio. Like, oh, I hate cardio. Oh, cardio's boring. Like, get over it. It's part of the process. It's the work you're just going to have to do. So get your hands dirty if you want to eat clean. So ingredients you're going to need some kind of oil. So I'm going to be using an avocado oil. So that's about 2 tablespoons. So I like to use quite a bit of paprika, garlic, cumin, just a touch, black pepper, cayenne pepper, quite a bit of that one, cinnamon, turmeric, about a teaspoon, and of course we're going to throw in some sea salt. Okay, so just give everything a little spin, a little shake. Whole coriander seeds. Okay, if you've never used coriander, how do you describe something you've never had? It's a pretty robust flavor. It's kind of sweet, very aromatic, and it adds a lot to this. So that's like half a tablespoon. I'm just gonna grind those down. Putting those flavors down. I'm gonna get a good coating of cornstarch in here. Now this is what's going to make the whole thing kind of crispy after you cook it. So this is the prep product. So we're going to let that marinate, let it sit for a bit, let those flavors penetrate nice and deep. We're going to let that sit, do its own work, and in the meantime, we're going to go to the gym. We're going to do some shoulders. So let's go. We're just going to get to it. So we're going to start with some presses. Then we're gonna do more presses with some supersetting, and then we're gonna do a bunch of laterals. We're just gonna pick up some weight, start moving it, keep moving it, and move it some more until we can't move no more. And that's the idea. We're gonna get everything pumped and feeling good and go until, you know, until things just start to fail, I guess, you know, like, I think that's what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to fail, right? Yeah. So we're gonna get to that. Just follow along. We'll have the workout description below and all that good stuff. So let's just get to it. Yes, I am doing a behind the neck press. And no, I'm not telling you to do this. Because I know someone right now is on their keyboards about to type all the bad things that are about to happen with me doing this behind the neck press. I used to be one of you. But I'll tell you this, if you're one of those people, just don't do this. Especially because I'm telling you not to do this. Use a Smith machine. Do, you know, a front press. Use dumbbells. Do a standing press. do anything but this. I'm doing it because, you know, after about 20 years of training, it was about year 17 I actually started doing this exercise. The reason is, doing it in the front was hurting my shoulders. So even if, you know, you're doing something right, you do it over and over and over again, it's going to eventually start wearing things down, and you're going to have to do something a little different. Or maybe I'm just bored, but this is what I'm doing. It's working for me right now. I have a good feel for it, and I feel safe doing it. If you don't do it. So the next exercise, we're going to use the same press station. We're going to be doing front press instead with a much lighter weight, about half the weight. And we're going to superset this with machine flies. Is this thing focused on my face? I hope it was, because I'm not going to redo it. To push the weight up a little smoother. It's lighter, so I'm not trying to be very explosive as I'm pushing it. I like to have like a controlled motion on the way up and on the way down, kind of like the same speed up and the same speed down with no pauses. Until, of course, failure approaches, and you just got to push whatever you got. But I find doing this, you get a lot more burn, and you really can feel a lot more pump, feel a lot more of that blood through coming through rather than, for me at least, if I just push the weight straight through, because you're just a little more in charge of that tension, you know, and that tension seems to be the thing, especially as you're getting a little older and getting a little gray, and you're not making strength gains anymore. Or, you know, if you have like an injury that is really preventing you from getting any stronger, but you still want to push, and don't think you're limited. Don't think you can't gain anything because you can't get stronger. There's other ways around it. And that is tension. Remember that. Because someday, sooner than you think, seconds left on this memory card because I forgot to format it. So that's the workout, I guess. We'll see how much of this will fit. But this last thing we did, we supersetted rear delts on the incline bench with side lateral standing. And that pretty much covers the bases. The only thing I'm going to do some reverse pec deck just to finish it off. Probably just going to do that by itself with some drop sets. I know this memory card is not going to get it, so I'm just not even going to try. And yeah, so guess I'll see you guys when I get home. So we're back from the gym, that wicked shoulder workout, and I am ready to eat. The oven is warming up. We have it at 450 degrees, and we just have to get the chicken into the tray, and then as soon as it's warmed up, put the chicken in. So what I'm using this, special type of tray. When you're making chicken in general in the oven, you always want it on some kind of raised surface, but really it's just like a really fine grid, and it's very easy to clean. It lets the air get around the food that you're cooking, and trust me, get one of these because you're going to find your food tastes way better rather than just having it, you know, on a regular baking tray or whatever. So just get everything evenly spaced. Smells great. Okay, so that is going in for 22 minutes. 22. Who's ready? Who's ready for this? This is what it's supposed to look like. You can tell there's like a crust on it. It's going to be kind of crispy. It's going to be delicious. Nice, spicy, flavorful, savory chicken. Guys, give it a shot. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you like it. Like the video as well. And if you're new, please subscribe for more delicious chicken like this. Let's go.